Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to today's class. We have a question on the board I want us to solve together. Is one of the questions, in fact, is even an OBJ question um, from NECO 2025. In Nigeria, we have an exam called NECO. So NECO 2025 as last year. Look at two men of weight 500 Newton and 750 Newton sat at the ends of a 4-meter long seesaw. If the seesaw balanced horizontally, calculate the distance of the pivot from the 500 Newton man. Yes. What we need to do is very simple. Just follow me and you will get it simple. It's coming, this question is coming from mathematics. Okay, let's solve it. I would like to draw the seesaw. Leave the seesaw. It has been the seesaw. Um, Let me have it to be my seesaw. Okay. Let me have a pivot. Let's say the pivot is somewhere here, somewhere here. And let's say the 500 Newton man, that's the weight of that man. One of them sat here, and then one of them sat here, which is the weight of that is, I believe you can still see the board. The weight of that one is 750 Newton. Now they now give us that the distance of this seesaw is 40 meter. That shows from here to here is 4 meter. 4 meter. Yes, it's 4 meter. Okay. Now we don't know the distance from here, from this pivot to this point where the 500 Newton man sat. We also don't know the distance of this man from the pivot to the end where this man of 750 Newton of weight sat. So what do we do? Let me call this X. Alright? Because why I need to mention X here? Because this actually the distance they want us to calculate. Calculate the distance of the pivot from the 500 Newton man. So I have to put my X here. We don't know it. Now, this will help us, give us a guide to know the distance of this. Now, to get a distance here, what you need to do is to minus, now the distance from here to here is 4 meter, and we have the half of this, I said, is X. So how do we know this? How to get this is minus the total distance from this X. Total distance is 4 meter minus X. So from this pivot to the point where the 750 Newton mass is 4 minus this X. Alright? Why this place, which we don't know, put it as X. Now the next thing is to bring this law. The anti-clockwise movement equals to clockwise movement, or clockwise movement equals to anti-clockwise movement. So I will say anti-clockwise equals to clockwise. Now, what is anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise is that would be going like this, right? You take the hand of a clock, anti, then clockwise, like this. So for anti-clockwise movement, I have the force of 500 multiplied by the distance. 500 multiplied by the distance is x, and equal to, what about anti-clockwise now? Which is like this. 5, that will be 715 Newton multiplied by the distance, which is 4 minus x. Okay? 4 minus x. The next thing to do now is to say 500 s now equals to 700 times 4 will give us 3000, exactly 3000. Then 750 multiplied by minus x will give us 750x. All right, 750x. Okay, the next thing is to not collect like things such that I have 500 x plus 7. This one will come to become plus 50x, what equals to 3000, such that I will have when you add this together, let's add this together. Like I told you, this is physics. Let's make use of a calculator very fast. 500 plus 750, that will give us 1250x, all equals to 3000. Now let's solve for x. I want to do it. You can still see the ball. Let me divide the ball here. Okay. Now we have 1250x. That is equal to 3000. Divide both sides by 3000. Alright? No. We have to divide both sides by 1250. 1250. Yes. So that this will cancel this. I will have now let the s equals to 3000 divided by 1250. Let's go. 3000 divided by 1250. That will give us exactly 2.4 meter. 2.4 meter. That is our answer. When you bring it here, if s is 2.4, that shows the distance at which this man sat is a little bit lengthy, a little bit longer than the man who sat at this edge. Do you understand? Because if here, of course, from here to here is 4 meter, here ought to be 2, and here ought to be 2. But this time around, we have the distance of this man is longer than that of the man who is 500 meter, 500 Newton. So here, we automatically have, what I'm saying is that if our S is 2.4, so we can now say 4 minus 2.4, you will have about 2 point, let's see, this is 2 by 24, take away 4, that will be 0, and here will be 4 minus 4, that will be 0. No, what I'm saying, I want to minus 4. 4 minus 2.4, 0. Yes. Such that above until become 10, 10 minus 4, 10 minus 4 will give me 6. There will level 3, 3 minus 2 will give me 1. So, finally here, we have the value to be what? The distance is 1.6. And here is what is 1.6. Of course, here, the distance here will be higher. So this man weight, when he sat here, now counterbalance the weight of this. Even though his distance is shorter, but because he's carrying a heavier, is weightier, and he sat here, he can still balance this. So here, if you want to get the value here, so from here to here, let's see, it's now, the distance is now 1.6 meter. How about from here to here? This is just an additional information. They are not needed. We have already gotten our answer. So how do you get the distance of this man from the pivot? Let's say I will say 4 minus, let's calculator. Let's make use of calculator to make it faster. We are saying You can do that with a calculator, but because of length, so let's check 4 minus s is 2.4. 4 minus 4 minus what did I get the length here? Yes, 4 minus 2.4. 2.4. That gives 1.6. That is 1.6. Then 4 minus s here is also 1.6. That balance is. So we add this together, we have our 4 point. So that is just what we have on the board. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Bye bye.